hours, my precious. Just a couple of hours, and I'll be with you again in Appalachia. It's been a little while, a hot minute. I've been kind of flying under the radar, and I apologize about that. It's been pretty hectic overall. I mean, as usual in my life, in the last few years, 2 to 3 has just been kind of all over the place. But yeah, things are winding down a bit more now, and stuff's coming together a bit more, so that's nice. So, the state of Big Cow Productions address of sorts. If you're concerned, don't worry, nothing bad is going on. I'm not giving you any more bad news after Generation Zero and everything there. So, first kind of item on the docket is, speaking of that, Generation Zero. If you are seeing this video and have only known me from Gen Zero, or know where we are, just kind of wanted a recap or anything, I stopped working on it a little while ago, about almost a year now. I mean, it's been some months, but I'll have a link in the crotch links here below to the post I made about it originally and the video there. But essentially, given Nintendo's penchant, however you want to pronounce it, doesn't matter, their penchant towards kind of slamming down people and suing them and everything, especially for fan games or ROMs, is getting worse and worse now. Like, I just even saw an article floating around today, or some news today, about a $12 million lawsuit for love ROMs, and now Pokemon Let's Go is coming out, which is directly in Kanto, so for solely based on the focus of safety for myself and my team, I decided it was best to put the project on indefinite hiatus for now. But that is a little bit old news at the moment for any of you who have stuck around or are coming again and have seen posts. So that is where that's going. Now, with that, given that I'm not working on Generation Zero, as I've told everyone, I still want to develop games, and I want to create these experiences that I want to play and that I want you to be able to play and experience as well. With that, we are working on original projects now. The first one is PSG, or Product Small Game. Of course, that's not the actual title of it. It's just the working, title for now. That is, as you can probably tell, supposed to be a small game. The goal is core path at most 5 to 10 hours about. It'll be a more mechanically more traditional RPGs, like turn-based and stuff like that. But I will have, of course, with anything I'm going to develop, I will have a unique spin or twist on kind of the formula, in previous games of the genre and whatnot there. So definitely stay tuned to find out more about that. There will be more updates coming soon. With that, right now, Quagram and I are working on the Testopia for PSG. Testopia, if you know from Generation Zero, is our testing grounds, of course, for new features and mechanics and stuff that go into the main game. We have a blank, kind of Vanillatopia, as you would call it, file that would be made for the actual game, and then we have Testopia, which has its own kind of just flimsy but kind of silly storyline to go through, and is a test bed for all these mechanics and stuff. Testopia also is going to be available for patrons of a specific tier as well. So when the game is released, or when Testopia is done and everything, that can be a bonus for you guys if you do want to support my creative endeavors and the team as well there. Any speaking of Patreon, any dollar helps if you want to help out that. The goal is to be able to be sustained without needing to work a full-time job where I can work on this full-time. As of right now, I am working 43 plus hours a week, and so that's the goal there. You can find more about Patreon in the crotch links down below as well, but I digress. We're in Testopia now. We are working on the second dungeon. The game will have 4 dungeons and the final boss. There will be, again, more on that. While you will end up with a team of 4 people, you will be recruiting them out of a pool of about 10. So it's my main focus with this, and also the dungeons will have alternative paths depending on who you end up going with and whatnot. But more details on that in the future as well. But the main kind of goal with this is to make it a concise and rewarding experience if you play through once and just decide, to go through. And if you want, though, to play it over again and get one of the other endings, the goal is to then make it rewarding for that as well, but not have it feel like you're missing out if you only play through it once. So there's that. Another kind of a shout out in general. I beta tested this game, Shadows of Adam. It's another game that is a more truncated RPG experience, traditional RPG and everything, and it's utterly fantastic. I mean, I wholeheartedly recommend it. If you like RPGs in any capacity, get their game. Like, they did a fantastic job of it. And the guy even sent me a poster of the game because I beta tested it and everything. It was really cool. So with that, as I said, we're on Testopia, just working through the mechanics and everything. The second dungeon, we're testing out things like swimming and diving, and splitting the party up so you have one person moving somewhere and then the party stays and whatnot there. That's kind of like some of the more specified mechanics of that second dungeon, because each dungeon will have its own sort of puzzle or problem to solve with it, and those would have kind of the more specified mechanics and stuff there. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on as far as the game itself goes. So second item on the docket, I didn't title that before. Now on to the third item, would be kind of like where I've been. That one's kind of a long story, but I'll try to keep that one a little shorter here. So I haven't been home on a weekend for, from Friday after work to Sunday night or Monday morning. I have not been home in about 6 months. Except for this last weekend was the first time I was actually home. It's due to some personal family reasons. I am helping out family during this time, like where I'm gone on the weekends and everything. And it's just something that will ease up later on. But right now I am just, making the sacrifice to make sure that my family is better taken care of and that they have the support they need. So I haven't had as much time, on top of working full-time. I've had even less time to focus on development because the weekends were a very heavy, productive time for me in that sense. On top of that, I had switched jobs back in January. I got a new job in March, which is where I'm currently working, and it's a great place. I'm really happy I found it. I'm making more money, the job's more fun, and the people are better, and the work is more enjoyable. So, yeah. But on that note, though, it has been kind of difficult acclimating into some of the things, and it's a little bit more of like a demanding job outside of just a sphere of being in it. So that has had, some focus pulled there too. But things that have been happening, as I've been saying, it's, we're only on the second dungeon, but, as I said, there are mechanics that go with each dungeon and everything else like that. So a lot of pre-production is happening right now. kind of getting the design for how the story is going to go and how it'll flow and everything, and just like characters and different things like that, the bosses, who you're going to fight, what dungeons are there, just a lot of that pre-production design. So that's the stage we're at right now. And I will be updating more often here on out. I will set up as I have Monday nights will be kind of a update or upload night. I can't guarantee a video will happen every time, but I'll at least make sure to have a post on the Facebook page and or a website update. Website has moved around with the transition from Gen 0 into this, so I will have the website and the crotch links as well. And yeah, so that's kind of everything that's happening right now. The game is going well, and I'm really excited to really get something out to you guys. If you're a patron, existing patron, you will have automatically access to any of the Testopia builds that I will release out. We're due to release another one here soon with that second dungeon. As kind of a thank you to the patrons, like even the $1 ones are now getting that. And I think I don't have the specific tier for the Testopia build, but I'll have it down below as well in the description for that. So if you want access to Testopia, kind of get an idea of where we're going with the feature set and kind of how the game will generally flow. And if you just kind of want to play a silly ass game with some, weird storyline and stuff that Kawagram mostly writes, and then I supplementally help with on that part, that's a pretty fun thing to do, and it also helps out the team. So yeah. That about wraps it up. If you have been current with the page too, you'll have seen my posts about Fallout 76. I am just insanely hyped for this game. I can't wait to play it. It's going to unlock in just a couple hours here. I got it digitally, so I'm not able to get into it early like some folks, but that's fine. It's actually my birthday tomorrow on Wednesday the 14th, so that's the day that it launches. So I'll be staying up all night and playing that, and it is going to be fantastic. I will also be streaming it, so when you'll have seen this video, if it's in the future, just look on YouTube. I'll have snippets and things of that going up as well on the channel and stuff there. Far as those of you who don't want other things aside from the game updates specifically, I have a separate Facebook page from the main one. So the Big Cow Productions Project Soul Link page is the general one for all the game updates you would want. The Big Cow Productions page proper, that is going to be more discussion things, reviews, Let's Plays or videos and stuff like that. So I will have those kind of moving around, so if you want to see more of what I do, you can like that page and get there. Otherwise, if you just want the game updates, then stick with the page that you have been on. As far as YouTube, right now I'm just sticking to the one channel, and I'll just have the separate kind of lists of videos, like the series and stuff. So you'll still get updates about game development and everything here, and about the company and the games that we make, and then I'll also put my other videos up as well. Right now, I am streaming to Twitch. However, I would like to move over to Mixer, given that it is, to me, a better platform, especially with the low latency, being able to move the little icon for chat and everything. Like Twitch, it doesn't let you move it. Like you can see how many people are watching and whatever, it's a little bar, and it goes right where the mini map HUD, the compass is on Fallout 76, and it sucks because I can't even see where enemies are because all the red dots are being blocked. But yeah, I mean, I really like Mixer. Plus, you can do that co-stream, so you can have up to 4 people streaming on one stream. Like, that's really cool. But yeah, I mean, let me know your thoughts. If you would like me to stick with Twitch, if you'd rather me stream on YouTube maybe, or if you like the idea of Mixer. Sound off and let me know your thoughts there. Anyway, that about sums everything up. Stuff's going pretty well, and I will get more updates out to you. It's just been a whirlwind lately. Time is just been flowing way too quickly. Like, I can't believe it's already November. And yeah, I've just kind of been in a little bit of a rut, and it's clearing out. A lot of my routine just kind of got smashed this year, and I've been kind of putting back together pieces. So just kind of been in a bad way of sorts in that, but it's clearing up and things are kind of solidifying again. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted. I hope you stick around. Again, if you want to support me, please go to the Patreon page and check that out. You can at different tiers. There's different bonuses to be in the games that I create to a capacity, and then it also helps the team out and gets us toward those goals where I can do more giveaways of games and things, and then also kind of reach that end goal of being able to cut down hours at the day job so I can really focus on content creation as a whole. So yeah, I thank you all for sticking on as you have, and any newcomers, hello. It's a good time to at least hop in now with things ramping back up. So yeah, as always, thanks and stay tuned.